we are live.
Hey.
Hey.
Hello.
We want to welcome Mandie and Katie from Totally Weird and Twisted podcast. Thank you for coming on to our show.
Thank you for having us.
Yeah, thanks for the invite.
Super psyched. First off, I wanted to announce that I am broadcasting live in the Maxwell Mansion in Lake Geneva, Wisconsin. It'd be a very beautiful hotel. Anybody who knows of this place, you got to stay here. It's a very spirited and very awesome place. And so I want to thank the owners for having me here again every week. So having said that, I'm Jay Hill, my co-host Shane Feek, and our wonderful guest is Mandie and Katie. So thank you very much.
Yeah.
We're excited.
Well, yeah, I am too. I mean, this has been kind of a little bit in the making. So first off, I just wanted to ask you, how are things going with your podcast on Paraflixx and your other podcast? Is that the same thing or is it just different?
It's actually two different entities. So,
okay, that's what I thought.
Yeah. So on Paraflixx, it's more of a talk show where we interview, our guests, and that part is Twisted Talk, which is on Paraflixx.
Which that part we did start on our podcast, but then when we joined Paraflixx, we cut that part out of it.
Oh,
yeah.
Okay.
Yeah, and so Totally Weird and Twisted is our actual podcast,
right,
where we talk about
That's what started it all.
whatever we want.
Yeah. I've seen some of your stuff on the Twisted podcast.
Have you?
Yeah, I mean, I've
You're going to be had tonight.
yeah.
We already had a good time, so we're ready.
Yeah.
Right.
I mean, it's like hot in here all of a sudden. I'm like, holy cow,
Oh, okay.
Yeah, I need to turn the air on, I think. Yeah. So, tell us actually a little bit about how you guys got started doing this. With your first podcast and stuff, and how you guys came together and just said, "Hey, let's do a podcast."
So this one always gets directed to me.
Yeah.
Katie and I have known each other, first of all, since high school. What did we figure out? 24 years, I think.
Yeah, we've been
We're
friends
not,
since we
we're
were
not
14.
trying to age ourselves,
Yeah.
but and then after high school, life kind of got in the way. We didn't see each other for a while, so I started a podcast which was called Vodka and Ghost, and that was Vag Podcast.
That's awesome.
We have a theme,
by the way. The vodka is the alcohol.
It is.
Agreed. 100%.
It's our favorite.
Yeah. So I love you two already.
Yeah.
We love you too. Cheers.
See?
Yes.
So during that time, I started a podcast called Vodka and Ghost, and over time, it just, my co-host, she ended up, starting her family and all stuff, and it just didn't work out, but I was like, I'm not stopping. And so towards the end of Vodka and Ghost, Katie was filling in for her. And then I was like, you know what? Let's just do our own thing, like start something totally new. And one night we thought of Twat first.
Of course.
And
We
then,
had a totally different name in the beginning.
and then we were just trying to fill in the blanks. And then one day I was just like, what about Totally Weird and Twisted? And she was like, yes. So
We made Twat stand for something.
yeah.
Right.
Yeah.
That's
iTunes
awesome.
didn't accept Twat by itself.
I'm sure you can understand why.
Yeah.
Yeah. Totally. I was talking with my wife about you guys, and that my wife is a wonderful person, and she has a similar personality. So it's just like when I watch some of your stuff and the way you guys communicate, I'm just like, man, you guys would just fit perfect with her.
That means we have to meet her.
Yeah.
I think so.
That'd be a triple threat right there.
Yeah. Right. Yeah. Pretty much. I mean, it's just. Yeah, I could I was telling her the other day, I was like, this is going to be an interesting podcast. And it's going to be, and she's like, well, who are they? And I said, they're funny and they're kind of like you. So.
And we're twats. So.
Yeah. So, yeah. But Shane, you had a question, I think you did.
Who, me? No, I didn't. Not yet.
Oh, I thought you did. Okay.
No,
well,
I was just
He's like,
commenting.
no, I'm fine.
yeah.
I will. Don't you
Yeah.
worry. I will.
Yeah. Oh, yeah.
Yeah, we're ready. We're ready for the
Okay.
question.
All right, we're
Okay.
good.
So, what kind of made you guys start doing that? Just random popping up on Facebook Live. You've done that a couple different times.
Liquid courage
Liquid
is what
courage.
brought that up.
Right.
Yeah, we would finish recording and we're like, let's start some shit. And so we would just be like, let's go live.
Nice.
We go
Nice.
live. And we found that the more we went live, the more interaction with people we would have.
Right.
And
Right.
the more we got to interact with our friends, and it's so fun. So
Mhm.
Right.
alcohol and friends, it's fun.
Yeah.
And especially during COVID, it was a fun way to keep up with people.
Yeah. Yeah.
Oh yeah. Plus the fact you can blow off steam when you're stuck in a house.
Hell yeah,
You know what I mean?
Right.
So,
definitely.
Now that everything's kind of lifted a little bit here and everywhere, and
Mm-hmm.
it's just weird. It's just kind of like you've been stuck in a house for so long, and all of a sudden, let's all go outside. So,
What do we do out there?
right. It's
Yeah.
been so long. I don't know what to do.
Yeah. Like here in Virginia, they've lifted all of the mandates. They've taken away everything. The governor canceled the the emergency everything.
Right.
And so you see people walking around everywhere, grocery stores, gas
Mhm.
stations, everywhere without masks, and I'm like, I feel naked. I don't know what to
Right,
do.
right.
There is a
Right.
mental component to that.
Yeah.
Where it's
Oh
like,
yeah.
I don't know.
Yeah. Our
Yeah, I think
governor's still holding us hostage.
Oh,
Yeah.
really?
I think ours is a
I mean,
little
not
bit.
completely. She relaxed some stuff, but yeah.
I mean, I like to have the option for sure. Like, I don't have to be told one way or another, like this is it. But
Mhm.
now
Mhm.
that it's like it is an option, it's like, I don't know if I'm ready for that.
I don't know if I trust you people enough, so I'm just gonna
Yeah.
Right.
I'll cover
right,
my face.
I'll
Right.
wear the mask for their benefit.
Right. Yeah.
Yeah, right.
So how is the show on Paraflixx going? I saw that you guys had an episode last night. Was it that was featured that she shared on?
Yeah.
Friday night, yeah.
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 Was it Friday night?
It's yeah.
I'm not sure actually.
I think it was Friday night. Yeah, with
Okay.
Richard Lyle.
Yeah, we had Richard
Yeah.
Lillard on there, and he.
Yeah.
Have you talked to Richard? He is amazing.
No, I haven't.
No.
Okay.
Oh my gosh, he
Yeah, look
is
him
one
up.
of the most. He's like one of my favorite people in the whole world. So
Really?
yeah.
Nice. That's cool.
Yeah, sounds good.
Yeah,
You-
it's fun to do. It's fun to do the show for Paraflixx. We get
Right.
to talk to some of the most amazing people,
Hmm.
Oh yeah.
from all different walks of life and who've been all of these amazing places. And yeah, it's
Right.
so fun.
Right.
It's so fun. I mean, you're doing it. It's cool.
Yeah. I mean, this is surreal for me. I mean, this has been out of my wheelhouse for a long time. I'm kind of.
Yeah, I forced him into it.
Yeah. Yeah, because
Well,
it was.
good, because you guys are good at it.
Yeah. It was basically him putting out an ad saying that he wanted to start a show, and then eventually it was, oh yeah, you can be the host. I'm like, okay. 'Cause
It's like,
I was-
oh, okay,
I-
then you
I-
do it.
I've done a
I'll
lot
be
of
there.
podcasts with
I'll be
Phantom
here, but
Science.
you're doing it.
yeah, he had done a lot of podcasts with another
With
group.
Phantom Science. Yeah, we did those guys, and then we kind of parted ways, and I was like, I need a new co-host, and then I was like,
Yeah.
wait a minute, I'll just make Jay do all the work.
There you go.
Yeah.
Whatever works, right?
So and actually it has been working pretty well. I mean, we've had some amazing guests on here already, and including you guys, and so that they speak highly of the show, and which is kind of, like I said, it's surreal for us because I didn't expect it. I mean, there's people that start podcasts and then people go, well, who are you? But but I mean, when they talk about the Studio 6 Paranormal Podcast, you're like, oh yeah, I've heard of that. I'm like, where did you hear that? So it's just
It's the people that you interview.
yeah. It's just
Mhm.
it's really
You
pretty
interview
cool.
some great people.
Yeah, I have actually, and we both
Mhm.
done some great things with these people. And one of the things I have to tell you guys this: when I first started this, my wife was none happy.
Oh.
Okay, yeah, and
I
she
do understand that.
because I was gonna have to do it out of our bedroom. because we didn't have an
That
extra
makes for a
room.
more
and-
interesting podcast.
Yeah.
No kidding. It could have taken a whole other turn.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, no, I don't think I wanted to go down that route. But
Come on, prude.
yeah, right.
Yeah. Get the right
So-
theme music. And,
So I basically said, okay, you know, so I had got all the equipment and stuff like that, and so she was kind of just like humoring me, I think, and saying, okay, thinking that this, you know, going to happen. And I just happened to know some of the people at the mansion here at the hotel, and one day I just heard, why don't you go ask me if you could do it there? So I talked to the owner, and she said, yeah, sure, we'll put you up in the sales office. I'm like, really?
Cool.
Yeah. So, yeah, they're so awesome here, and my wife was extremely happy.
It's like, get out of here.
Yeah.
Yeah, pretty much. Yeah. Yeah. So, yeah, we were just here last night, actually. Me and my wife were, and she was having a drink, and we were talking with one of the bartenders she used to work with at the bank where she works, and so we were just kind of sitting out here in the back terrace and just, you know, talking. And she said, it's so beautiful and so nice here. I said, yeah. I said, I get to be here every Sunday, you know. So,
Yeah.
so I guess I am blessed. And I'm blessed to have great guests like you guys. And I'm blessed that, you know, I got a great co-host. And so, yeah, I mean, things are good, you know. And
That's
I
awesome.
could, and I could see you guys are doing well too. And that's just fantastic. I love the energy you guys have that I see between you two is unmatchable. I mean, seriously. I mean, it's just, yeah, it's just, there's something,
No trouble. That's right.
there's just something about you, both of you guys together is just, it works. And
She's my bitch,
know.
and I appreciate it.
yeah. I just assumed you guys were sisters.
yeah,
From
yeah,
the promo picture, I just assumed, they're sisters. You know,
Yeah.
Yeah.
No.
yeah,
Mm-mm.
yeah.
spirit.
You
Our
guys-
families think so
anyway.
too, but they're
Yeah.
confused. So.
Yeah. They can. Our families confuse us.
They have since we were kids, which
Yeah.
is really sad because
Yeah.
they're our families. So
But on another note, I do really appreciate what you just said.
yeah, that is so sweet.
It is good to hear that.
It is, yeah.
From the
Well, and
outside,
it's-
you know.
Yeah, it's the truth. I mean, seriously. I mean, I would mean that wholeheartedly, just because of the fact that, you know, I love what I do. And I know you guys probably, you know, in that same level, love what you do
Oh,
and
yeah,
interacting
We
with
absolutely
people.
love it. Yeah.
You know, I mean, the biggest thing for me was just to interact with people and make new friends. And, you know, this is a different way of doing it, but, you know, I mean,
Definitely.
you know,
Definitely.
yeah. What's that? What's that, Shane?
I said, I'm just here for the ghost body show.
Yeah. Right.
I mean,
Yeah.
I'm a Red Bear nerd. I'm used to the body shows. I've just never had one with ghost people. So
Yeah.
Yeah.
Nice.
Me either.
Yeah.
First time for everything.
Right. Right. So, if you guys do investigations with other teams, don't you?
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
Yeah, we do some on our own as well.
Okay.
Yeah. Ray from Flumeri Promotions.
He's
We've done a
awesome.
lot of his events. He's
Oh,
He's
man.
one of our favorite people on the
Yeah.
planet.
Yeah. Yeah.
His-
He's fantastic.
His events are amazing. The way that he has them set up from start to finish,
Mhm.
incredible.
Yeah.
So, I mean, we love going to his events and supporting him,
hmm
and the locations that he sets up for everyone
Yeah.
are phenomenal. So we
Right,
love to go and support him. But we also like to contact local places for us.
Because we're
Mhm.
in like the Civil War, Revolutionary War area.
Right.
Oh,
Right.
There's
Yeah.
tons of old towns.
bet.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So we like to go kind of poke around on our own around here,
Mhm.
and that's a lot of fun
Graveyards
too.
and battle sites.
Oh
Mhm.
yeah.
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 And
Oh, yeah.
some of the old, like some of the restaurants are in buildings that, were built in the 1800s and, things like that, that
Mhm.
weren't restaurants beforehand and stuff. And,
Yeah.
All right.
That's
You
cool.
say you live in Virginia?
Uh-huh.
Yeah.
Okay.
We're in Northern Virginia. Yeah.
Back in the day, my ancestors owned like a third of Virginia.
No kidding.
What?
Yeah.
Whereabouts in Virginia?
Not sure. I
Way
have.
to help us out there, Jay.
All right.
I've been
Thanks for
here.
narrowing it down.
Actually, I have an ancestor that was the very first, U.S. attorney appointed by George Washington. His name was
Ooh.
William Henry Hill,
Mhm.
and he's buried on the Hilton Estates.
Okay.
And I think it's in Virginia. So
Very cool.
yeah, so I thought that was pretty cool. So
It is.
yeah, but I've
Well, if you
never
ever
been
come
to
out here,
Virginia.
you have to come investigate with us.
Yeah, we'll do
my
most
that.
gosh, that'd be
definitely.
It's crazy.
Yes.
Oh yeah, most definitely. I would love
Yeah.
to. So what was the last one that you went to? That's investigation.
We went to a restaurant called Grassroots in Culpeper, and the building is the first deeded building in Culpeper, Virginia, which is
Oh
cool.
wow.
Oh yeah. It's
The
eerie.
basement. Oh yeah, the basement was jail cells for Union and Confederate
Mhm.
Civil War soldiers. It was also for Native Americans, things like that. But that investigation didn't go too well.
No.
No,
Yeah,
Please
no,
tell us.
no,
Please
gotta
tell
hear
us.
because of COVID. They let us have the basement. But we had to be out of there by 10 p.m. because they had to lock the doors by 10. This was when the
bars and restaurants and everything.
Yeah,
you
the
had
curfew.
to be shut down by 10 p.m.
Yeah.
so they
But
had
they had live music
Yeah.
upstairs.
people dancing and people coming down to refill,
Oh,
restock the
yeah.
bar. It was
So-
okay.
So our
thanks.
waiter, who was we thought he was the coolest guy in the fucking world, right?
He was actually a dick.
He was a douche canoe. He would come down to the downstairs bar. It's pitch black. Okay. I would be like, what the hell's moving in the corner?
Yeah.
This asshole is coming down without saying a word. Okay. To get stuff from the bar in the basement where we are, not making
Right.
a sound. And we're like, what's that? It's our asshole waiter.
Oh
We're
nice.
like, can you tell us that you're coming downstairs next time? And he's like, yeah, whatever. And I'm like, no, not whatever. Can you tell us next time? Thanks.
Yeah.
He came downstairs 4 times. He never told us. And we're like, oh, it's just the waiter coming down to get something from
contaminating all
the
the
bar.
No.
Yeah. We're like, well, this is a wash.
So that didn't work out. But that was
Hey, Katie, tell me how you really feel.
That's how I actually feel. He was a dick. Thanks for ruining our investigation.
Yeah.
yeah.
Oh, what an ass.
You wanted me to be me. Here you
Oh
are.
yeah, no, I told you guys to bring your A game, and I am seeing.
You're
that.
welcome.
Thank you.
That's all good.
Sorry.
No,
No, but he contaminated the entire thing. We were like,
yeah.
okay, well, at least the food was great.
In his defense, the band above our heads and the people dancing already contaminated it. So it's fine.
Yeah.
Right.
But did they have vodka?
Not only that, once they all found out what we were doing
Oh
downstairs,
my god, these drunk people are trying to come down and
they were like,
investigate
can we
with us?
come down too? You're looking for ghosts? We're like,
Oh
not
my
anymore.
God. They were so drunk. It was like, okay.
Leave it to a drunk person to ruin a investigation.
Yeah.
Except for us. When we're drunk, we don't ruin our own investigations.
Yeah.
No, you enhance it, right?
Yeah, that's
Yeah.
Actually,
hallucinations.
yes. You'd be shocked.
Sometimes if it's just the two of us, it can be too scary to go into a place without having a drink first.
We need our liquid courage
Liquid
to
courage,
be Ghostbusters. Okay.
Yeah.
Mhm.
That's awesome.
Great movie, by the way.
It is a great movie.
Yeah, I grew up
And
on that
all
movie.
people.
So yeah. So what's in the works right now for you girls?
Getting our tan on. I'm just kidding.
Well, you gotta come out of the dark for that.
Yeah. Well, Mandie has a pool, so we're good.
Daytime
it just-
investigations.
Daylight investigations. That's a good
There you go,
idea.
out in the cemetery.
Daylight of it. Is that like the same thing as
There,
daytime
couple
drinking?
Your
We're gonna have
voice
to,
recorder.
Investigate the beach.
There you go.
I'm going to check out the ocean and all of the sand, okay?
Yeah.
I'm going to make sure it's not haunted for anyone else.
I
Yeah.
am on the hunt for the most haunted beach. I would love to go to one.
Yeah, that would be
that's a
kind
great
of cool.
idea. That
Yeah.
would be cool. Let's do that.
Mhm.
I bet you could find. I bet you could find something on Lake Michigan.
I always
Probably.
want to go there, so I should
Yeah.
look into that.
Maybe the
But
Edmund Fitzgerald. There you go.
the what?
The Edmund Fitzgerald. It's a ship that sank in
Oh,
Lake Michigan.
Mhm.
Huge ship.
I wanted to go. I wanted to take us to the Queen Mary,
Oh
California.
yeah,
Yeah.
but it looks like they might not reopen.
I know. Did you see that? Wasn't Patty there? Patty
Patty Negri.
Yeah, she was just there. She did a live thing there.
Oh,
She
so
did.
they are
They are
open?
open,
Yeah, and
The websites that
yeah,
they are.
that's on my bucket list. I really want to go there.
Me
So
too.
bad.
And so now I'm like, because I know they're like switching ownership, but they
Mhm.
don't know if they're gonna like continue to have the hotel open or not.
Right, that place
damn
is
it.
so in debt. It's unreal.
I
Is it
know.
really?
Mhm.
Yeah.
Oh, I didn't even know that.
I just
Yeah.
read about that.
Mm-hmm. It's
But-
pretty sad.
But
So-
we are trying to work on something a little different. We're almost done with our first season of Twisted Talk on Paraflixx.
Okay.
But and we love it. Like we said, we love it. But we want to do so our podcasting is cool, but you know how like visual podcasting is like really like this?
Yeah, like
Yeah.
this.
Yeah, visual podcasting is like where it's heading.
Mhm.
So we are thinking about recording just the two of us, our episodes visually, and putting them, you know, on YouTube or IGTV or some. Just I don't know. We're
Right.
just kind of figuring it out right now.
Going
Yeah.
from audio only to a
'cause our-
platform
my
like what
previous
you guys
one
are
was
doing.
audio only.
Right. Yeah. Yeah. That's where
Ours
Shane
audio.
started was audio. I
Mhm.
was
Yeah.
from the get go. I was like, oh hell no, I'm not doing audio. It's all video. You know.
You're like, I want
especially-
everyone to see my stunning face.
Well, you
Yeah.
are ahead of the
The
game.
radio.
Yeah. Yeah. I don't have a face for radio.
Yeah, me too. I do.
We do too.
Yeah.
That's why I use the audio only.
Yeah.
Yeah.
No, and especially it's the fact that when I got this gig to do it here, where I've had actually activity here on live TV, you know what I mean? It's just
Yeah.
I know.
that-
I'm hoping something happens.
I know. I keep looking behind you. I'm like, anything? Nothing?
right. Yeah. Every once in a while, I mean,
He's like, what?
Whoa.
no, I have those cat toys, and we kind of just take those with a grain of salt because every once in a while they'll go off. But when the owner's here and she's just sitting working on her computer for something for the place, the hotel, those things light up like crazy.
Oh, they're used to it. They're comfortable around it.
Yeah.
Yeah. Oh, yeah. Oh, no, they like her here very much. I mean, they
Mhm.
like both the owners here, you know. So, yeah, there's quite a few spirits here that are pretty
We
cool.
need to get a place like that to do our
You know,
stuff.
you're giving me all these ideas because
I know.
we're surrounded by historic buildings that are now hotels. We could do it in each one. We could just
There
like
you go.
That's a great
Right.
idea.
Sure.
Dude,
Actually,
wait, you're an inspiration.
Branded Karate, I was talking with him.
Uh-huh.
Yeah.
And I told him, you know, when I first started this, you know, I was just, you know, curious about, you know, maybe I shouldn't be doing it and this and that. He said, bullshit. He said, you really got to do this. He's like, you're the only one doing it in a location with spirits in it. He's like,
Yeah.
you're the only
Yeah.
one that's doing, you know, basically a haunted location.
It's
You know,
genius. I love it.
Yeah.
that is so
And
smart.
I just thought, but for having said that with this place, because this is a very elegant place, and we don't use the word haunted, we use the word spirited.
Oh, okay.
There you go.
So we just be, you know, but there's other places, you know, that are hotels that are haunted, like the Stanley Hotel in Colorado. That's
I love
haunted.
that place.
And I've
I
been there.
love that
I've been
place.
there twice,
Hmm.
and had a couple different experiences there.
Did you
and-
stay there or did you just visit?
I just visited, and I was
Oh, you
supposed
have to stay there.
No, I was gonna stay there last month on my 50th birthday. So, and it
You
just
have to
didn't
go
work
and you
out.
have to stay. It is.
I was gonna
It's
stay
amazing.
in 217. I was gonna stay in the Stephen King room.
You should.
Yeah,
That'd be
You
cool.
should. That
Mhm.
hotel is something else. I love it.
yeah, yeah.
Woo!
I love that. I love Colorado. I used to live in Colorado when I was younger, so I know all about the mountains and all that stuff. So that's yeah.
Screw the mountains. Just go to Stanley. Estes Park.
Oh,
Screw the mountains.
Screw it. Just kidding.
I went to a place in Colorado with my wife called Grand Lake, Colorado, and now it's like walking back in time into the western, and it had like planked sidewalks and all that. It was really cool. Well, there was a restaurant there that used to be one of the old jail cells from like late 1800s. They made it into an eatery or restaurant, and I sat next to this table with my wife Tina in front of me, and I had one of the jail cells was like bolted to this brick wall. You know, it was like for decor or whatever. The whole time I'm sitting there, my whole body is just like ice cold. This half of my body is completely ice cold, and I was just like, wave of different emotion. I was just like, okay, I need to hurry up and eat because I can't take this anymore.
Yeah.
Just that building alone, I walked out of there and I was like, I could have told you what was there and who was there and this and that, but I was just like, yeah. And that's why I love those old West, like walking into like Tombstone and all that. Yeah, it's just fascinating. You know, I have this infinity, this dream of going to like Virginia City, Nevada.
Oh my gosh, I was just gonna say Virginia City. That is on my
I am like totally drawn by that.
Mm-hmm.
And I don't know what it is, but I'll be at work sometimes and all of a sudden I'll be like thinking about a saloon. And I don't know where, but it's just some saloon and I'm just like, oh, that's really cool. Oh yeah, it happens all the time with me.
That's awesome though.
Yeah.
That's almost like it's like your spirit's like you need to get there.
Yeah,
you need to go do this.
Yes, I know. And that's just kind of like, a dream of mine. I mean, I've been out west a couple different times, but you're not
hitting the spots you need to go.
I know, right. I really want to go to like Deadwood and, you know, Tombstone and you know, but where's the farthest places that you guys have traveled together?
Together?
New York.
Yeah, we went to the
Shanley.
Like or something.
Mm-hmm.
What was that like?
Oh, it was awesome. We went with Flu Mary. We went with Ray and April and Mustafa.
Yeah.
And
badass Debbie.
Dope ass Debbie. Yeah. We made a new friend, Debbie, and she's from New Jersey, and she's like the fucking coolest person ever.
Yeah.
She's like our parents' age, and she's like this old hippie.
All right, right.
She is the coolest person. She's like my spirit animal. She's like the coolest person ever.
Nice.
Oh my god, she's awesome. But the Shanley is an amazing hotel.
Right.
This place is incredible.
Yeah, it's a lot smaller than I expected.
Yeah.
And April picked up in the dining room, April picked up on something like that used to be in the basement that's like super evil. But she's like, the second day she picked up on it in the dining room, like on the main floor, and we were like, what? The evil thing is right over there?
Yeah. It was crazy.
And then
but it's a gorgeous location.
When we shared a room, but we had two separate beds.
Mandie got spooned. So
I felt like, so I was in bed and I was about to fall asleep. Like, there's no TVs or anything in these rooms, so you're just like, okay.
And the walls are paper thin. Like you can hear somebody like tiptoeing in the hallway, and you're like,
So Katie fell asleep, and I was like just about to fall asleep, and then I felt this weight on me, and I was like, okay, it's probably a weighted blanket, you know? So then I try and fall asleep, and then I'm like, no, I don't think it's a weighted blanket. And then
you have weighted blankets.
So I was laying on my side, so I reached behind me, and I'm like lifting the blanket up, and I'm like, I don't think it's weighted. I'm like, I don't know, but it just felt like someone was spooning me with their arm over me.
Don't worry about it.
She got snuggled.
I did.
Yeah, by Incubus, yeah.
Yeah,
Incubus.
Well, it could have done whatever it wanted, but I just eventually
she was not going to move. Yeah.
Yeah.
That stuff doesn't rattle me the way I thought it would. I just went to sleep.
Yeah.
Yeah, that doesn't rattle me really either when I had that word.
I don't know. If Mandie was asleep and I got fucking spooned, I'd have been like, wake up!
But the interesting thing is, the next morning, everyone's like, how did you sleep? And I wasn't going to say anything. Katie's like, Mandie got spooned by a ghost. And I'm like, oh my God. So they go,
nice.
Were you guys in the quiet room? And we were like, yes. And they're like, oh, well, this woman was like,
it happens all the time.
She was like, my son and daughter-in-law spent the night there, and my daughter-in-law said the same thing. And I was like, oh, guess it wasn't a weighted blanket.
Thanks for the warning.
Yeah.
It was a weighted spirit.
There was definitely some weight to whatever it was.
Right.
Yeah, at least he wasn't happy to see you.
Mm-hmm. Well, you never know. I don't know.
He's probably like, oh wow, females in my room. Which one? Room? Yeah.
And she had the smaller bed.
I did.
He's like, I want to snuggle in the little bed.
I got a twin size. She got like a queen.
Full size. I had a full size bed. Yeah.
Nice.
Yeah.
Even full size isn't that big.
No.
Yeah.
It's not that big, but I mean, me and a ghost on a twin size, it's kind of, pushing it.
Yeah, April talked about that place too. She said it was really awesome when she went there. So
Yeah.
Oh my gosh, we had so much.
We got
fun
drunk
her.
with April there. It was great.
Pineapple and prosecco.
Nice.
We love
Yeah.
April.
Yeah, April's cool. April's
She's
really cool.
amazing. We fucking
Mhm.
love her.
Yeah, we want to have her back on. She's really cool.
You have to. She's
Mhm.
amazing. Just over and over and over again.
Katie is
Yeah.
telling you that you have to.
Yeah,
So-
Katie.
If I deem it necessary, it must happen.
So I got
Um,
a question.
yeah, okay.
So when you guys were out on investigations, have you guys noticed if the equipment responds more to stuff when you guys ask questions than when like the guys do? Because we've had this issue.
Oh wow, I never thought about that.
You know,
I actually haven't paid that much attention.
I haven't, but the main EVP from the Shanley that was like intense was asked by a female.
Yeah. So I'll give you a little backstory here. So we went to the Farrar School out in Iowa. It's a big abandoned haunted school.
Ooh.
Cool.
And it's cool. It's because it's a high school, and so it's got 3
Yeah.
floors. It's got all this
Yeah.
stuff. Well, we decided that we'd try a new technique, and so we bought these little metal detector wands, like you see at the concerts, where they sweep you to see if you got things. Well,
Mhm.
the greatest thing about those is those emit EMF. So we thought, okay, this is like a ghost feeder. You know, we can feed the ghost, and if they touch it, they can set these off, and they blink, and they have a little light, and they beep. You know, just
That's
like when metal's there.
Yeah.
Yeah. So, anyways, we set a bunch of these out, about 4 of them in a row, spaced out. And so, us guys spent a good 20 minutes, half an hour talking to the air. Not one of those things would go. Sarah, one of our females, comes up and she sits down and she's like, "What are you guys doing?" She's like, and I was like, "Well, we're trying to get these ghosts to touch these, little wand things." And she's like, "Oh, well, hey, can you guys touch this?" Well, 10 seconds later, the thing's going off. I'm like, how do you do that? And then we kind of ignored it for a while. We're doing the idle chatter and whatever. And then so us guys try again. Nothing. We try and try, nothing. So she comes back, and then she's like, "Hey, can you do that thing again?" And then like one of them goes off, and then a second one starts going off. And then eventually she had the entire room going. We have this on video.
Whoa.
Wow.
I would love to see that.
And then of course she started laughing about it. She's like, "Well, they only respond to me." And then she was talking about it. She's like, "Well, I'm just going to call these things the dildos of doom. Because only girls can make them work." And they're like these little orange wands about this long, and they light up and they vibrate. And she's like, "Yeah, I'll just call them the dildos of doom, and we'll go about that." And so from on, we're like, "We're going to put that in you guys' kit. We're just going to."
That's great. I love it.
So we can't make it work.
I'm curious about that. I mean,
Yeah.
one, it was a school, so
Yeah.
the women were probably, a little bit more
Teachers.
gentle.
Yeah.
But, I think it also depends on the
Right.
location and who's there. If you're in a location where the men historically hated the women, they're not going to react to the women. They're going to respond to the men. And vice versa. If you're in a place where it was mostly children, you're probably going to get more responses with women than with men, things
I
like
agree.
that, or like an asylum or a hospital or things like that.
Sure.
I think it just
I just
depends
thought
on
it was
where
great.
you are.
She could just make them go at will. It's like,
Yeah.
Yeah.
However,
that's
Dildos of
interesting.
Doom, that sounds great.
Yeah. That's the first. You guys are gonna have to remember that.
I think we're going to have to
I'm
purchase
not-
some.
You're gonna have to purchase some.
yeah,
Is
just
it
get
like
them
the
off
spirit?
Amazon. I'll send you a link.
I wish you would, because now we're going to have to buy some, if not just for novelty only.
Yeah.
I think my husband has one in the garage. Is it for like metal detecting?
Yes.
It's like an orange carrot, they call it, or something. Yeah, we
they
have
use
like
them
two
at
of
like concerts to sweep people to see if they got knives or guns or whatever.
Yeah.
And it's
And they
orange.
beep and they vibrate when you sweep over metal.
Yeah.
Mandy has a dildo of
I already
doom.
have one. That's funny.
Yeah.
Wow.
We'll put it in
So
our
yeah.
pack.
So
That's
I guess
awesome.
that's the next instrument you need to use, and then tell us how
Clearly.
you go with
Mandy,
that.
you need to use a dildo of doom.
All right,
Yeah.
we'll put it out.
There we go.
We'll see who it responds to first, Katie or me.
Oh, it depends on how much you've been drinking.
Right.
Cheers.
Yeah.
Oh my gosh.
Yeah.
Jay,
This
do
is more-
you investigate?
Do I?
Mhm.
Yes. Yes, I've investigated this place probably half dozen or more times.
Do you investigate places other than where you're recording right now?
Yeah, because I also have the Wisconsin Paranormal Research.
That's so
And-
cool.
Oh,
So
awesome.
where's I'm going to ask you a question.
Oh.
Where's your most active location that you've investigated?
Here.
Ooh,
Okay, second.
that's awesome.
Cue the Jeopardy music.
Probably I did a case up north. It was an old kind of like a not like a speakeasy, but it was a speakeasy / grocery store. The speakeasy was in the basement. It
Cool.
was
Oh, okay.
I mean, it was from the 30s, you know, I mean, it was up north where they had a lot of the gangsters that would run up north.
Yeah.
And yeah, we had quite a bit of different things go on there. But I had more personal mediumship experiences there. But here, I think it would be the most. The place that me and my wife went to have dinner downtown here, I used to live there when I was a kid. And it's now a restaurant. It's
Like
a
in
Thai,
the building?
yeah, it's a Thai restaurant actually in this
Oh.
house. It's on the corner. It's downtown.
Oh, wow.
I lived there in high school for a few years with my parents, and that's where I saw my first full body apparition.
Wow.
Was in that house, and my sister saw the same thing the same night. So
Wow.
yeah, we were just there just recently, last night, having dinner, celebrating your birthday. So I had a couple different things, spiritually wise, happen, but nothing major. I mean, it's pretty cool. I mean, there's so many different places around here that I can walk downtown, and I can walk in one of those old shops downtown and be like, why am I focused on this old trunk sitting at the end of this store?
Yeah.
And so I took pictures of it, and I'm like, why am I taking pictures of this? You know, I mean, so it's
Yeah.
just like, it's just,
Do you have like any like abilities?
I'm a medium.
Yeah.
You've been holding out on us?
I thought you knew that.
Shut the fuck up. No,
No.
you didn't.
Yeah, I thought you knew
Hold
that.
on.
Yeah, I've had it my whole life, but just in the
Okay,
recent,
well that makes sense. Why you
recent
stared at
years.
trunk and
Yeah.
want to take pictures of it.
Huh.
He's
Yeah,
the
just-
spirit guy. I'm the science guy.
yeah,
See, I'm
Oh,
about
I
it.
did
Forward
not
and
know
back.
that, Mr.
Yeah.
Hill.
yeah, Mr. Hill. That's my dad.
What?
Yeah.
So what did you and April talk about, or did you just sit there in silence? Like,
No, we both were kind of concurring that I had a cold spot right next to, you have to watch the video. I mean,
Yeah, yeah.
I had a cold
I
spot
mean, I
right,
will. Yeah.
standing right next to me, and she concurred it. You know, she said it was a little girl. Now, I've not seen this little girl. Now, when I interviewed my catcher's spirit, Emily, came to visit Toot Sweet in here. And I was standing here, and I caught her shadow run right by me. And my catcher said, "Oh yeah, that was probably Emily." It was attached to a doll that he had purchased and all that. And so yeah, I said she's welcome here anytime. You know. So they have, some patrons have said that they've seen a little girl here. I have not really sensed that, but you know,
Maybe
when
she's
I'm-
passing.
Maybe she just wanted to visit you.
maybe
Maybe like
yeah.
feel safe
Yeah,
with you?
because I hadn't really sensed anything else since then, you know.
Yeah.
So, but yeah.
Aw. Well,
Yeah.
we did not know that you were a medium, sir.
Yeah, I'm
If there's
kind of
anything
like,
going on back here.
Yeah.
I'm basically kind of the new thing I just kind of learned a little bit was, somebody could send me a picture, and I'll look at the picture, and I could pretty much tell if there's something there, or if there's, you know, that was totally new to me. I did it while I was at work. I was on lunch, and my friend, who is actually kind of like my mentor, Shauna Maria. I don't know if you know who that is. Okay, she's a medium, and she lives in Minnesota, and I've been in contact with her, and I'm going to be taking some of her classes and stuff, and she was sending pictures, and she kind of wanted to get reading from what other people and mediums thought about this, and so I was saying what I thought of each room and this and that, and she's basically said that I was pretty close and spot on. So, and which was really kind of cool. Which was kind of cool, but there again, I realized that after I was done with lunch and looking at my phone, I was freaking drained. I was like, yeah, I'm not going to be doing that at work anymore.
Yeah.
Reserve
No,
that for a weekend.
all right. I have to basically focus on what I'm doing at work because I drive straight truck 2 times a day, and so I work in a warehouse and I have to concentrate on what I'm doing. So every once in a while, the spirit world kind of gets, in my way, so to speak, but I just push it away.
Yeah.
I stay focused at work. So now you know. So
now we know.
Very cool.
Yeah. So him and I are the yin and yang. He's
I'm
Really?
getting that.
That's awesome.
Because my
Right.
investigations are completely weird compared to what normal people do. I mean,
Yeah.
I have sensor boards and laptops and computers everywhere, and I'm doing all kinds of statistics and graphs and charts and looking for evidence in there,
Yeah.
So
Cool.
and so I'm like, hey Jay, tell me where the ghosts are at so I can put my equipment in the
Right.
right spot.
Right.
Yeah.
Right.
I got
Right.
about the psychic ability of a rock, so
right.
that spirit could be
So do we.
standing right next to me, and I'd be like, I don't know, nobody's
Right.
here I know of.
right.
That's cool though.
It
That's how we
is
got
because
together.
on the inside, if
Yeah.
you get something that you can't explain,
Yep.
Yeah.
then that's something. You know what I
And
mean?
you're trying to prove something, whereas a lot of people you see are like, "Did you hear that? It's so haunted."
Yeah.
Right. Yeah, not so much.
Put a lot of math to it, and in computers do a lot of the data logging.
Right.
We log
Yeah.
everything every second, temperatures and EMF fields, and
Now we
all
have a
this
show. We have a show with Shane called Tech Talk with Shane. He describes all his stuff that he does with his
yeah, so
board.
you can watch that and be enlightened with stuff you've never seen.
I mean,
Cool.
it's just for a layman's person who doesn't know about science, and not to say anything bad
Are you
about
saying
it.
we're stupid, Jay?
No, I'm not. I'm just saying. I'm just saying because the fact that some people might think that is really involved, and it was kind of involved for me. I mean, I was watching it going,
yeah, it sounds
you're losing me, But then I started to watch it more and understand more about what he was talking about. I'm like, that makes sense. Oh wow, I never thought about that. You know what I mean? So he thinks of things and makes me think of things that I didn't think of before. You know what I mean? Where I kind of just be like, that could totally work. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
So so that's just basically. So there was a reason why we paired together, and I questioned that in the beginning. I was like, why am I with the science guy?
Yin and yang.
Yeah, and then and then it just works,
We're the two sides.
Yeah, pretty much. So just like you guys.
No, I think
pair.
that's awesome.
Yeah, you guys pair together perfect.
Yeah.
Yeah, we do.
Well, thank you.
Yeah.
Good cop, bad cop.
Yeah, she's definitely the good cop.
Right.
Oh,
Yeah, with a little bit of alcohol, then you're both,
I'm still like, did we offend you in
She's
any
like,
way?
I don't mean to offend anyone, and I'm like, go fuck yourself. She's like, she doesn't mean it. I'm like, I totally do.
And I'm like, no, she doesn't.
Have you ever had to do that?
No offense.
Now, have you ever had to do that where you had to mute her?
No.
no, look at her expression.
Well,
This is great.
she's probably edited me out a little bit.
Maybe. But on
Maybe.
Paraflixx, we have had to
Tone it back.
tone it back. Yeah.
Really?
Yeah, just because.
Just a little bit.
Yeah, just a little bit because they weren't sure. But when we put up a TVMA warning beforehand and stuff, but I mean, it's different. I don't know. It was just different because you could see us doing it, I guess.
Yeah. Because it's not like you're
Like
clicking
you
on
dirty
iTunes
farce.
or Spotify and you're like,
Yeah,
oh.
sure.
Right.
Yeah.
you know, E for explicit, you know. So now that you're looking at our faces and we're like, F this, F that, blah, blah, blah.
Even our Phantom Science one was bawdy like that. I mean, which is why I was like, yeah, you guys got, you know, when I saw you guys are going to be on, I'm like, oh, this is going to be so great.
Yeah.
Our show was like
I'm glad. I'm like, I don't know why they want us.
We had
I know.
we had a
like,
really big
this is
disclaimer
either
on there.
gonna be really great or disaster.
Yeah.
Yeah.
No.
No, it was-
It's going to be a great train ride or a train wreck.
Exactly.
But either way,
That's
you
what we're
gotta
like-
watch, because if you're
No.
We took, like,
you just gotta
Shots
watch it.
before we even got on here. So
Oh, there you go. Well, the important thing is that you got that done, you know, and then now you're good to go. So
Yeah.
yeah, we're like, no pressure.
no pressure. I still
We're
get
usually the ones doing the interviewing.
Courage.
I still get nervous when I'm driving here. You know, I'm only 10 minutes from my house, so you know, I'm just like, I still get nervous. You know, before a show. I never experienced that. You know what I mean? I just
Mhm.
it's just really
Yeah, because
weird.
you don't know what to expect. You think it's going to go one way, and it could completely go
Sure.
a whole other direction. You never know.
We're nervous before every interview.
Really?
Even if it's someone, even if it's somebody we know, we get nervous.
Yeah.
Right.
Hair in my mouth. Gross.
Well, you won't have to be nervous the next time you're on our show.
No,
You're
now
already
I
know
mean,
it's gonna be twisted and whacked.
you guys are so awesome.
I know.
I would
We're
come on
having
your
the best
show all the
time.
Like, this is
Yeah.
great.
Yeah. Well, I'm glad that you're having a great time, because
Yeah.
that was my hopeful. You know, I was hoping for that. And
I mean, the way you were like building it up, like last night we were drinking, we were like, no pressure. No pressure.
You're like,
No
are we
pressure.
actually funny? I don't
Right.
even know.
We're like, we're usually not funny on purpose. It just happens that way.
That's the best way, though.
that's the best way to do it.
People that try too hard.
We're like, what if
Right,
they don't think
right,
we're
right.
funny?
Right.
We didn't want to let you
Right.
guys down.
Right.
Right. No, you
Or
guys.
anyone else.
I mean, right. It's an effortless thing for you guys. It's just
Bless you.
when I was watching you guys on that one time when you guys were doing
You're live with us.
yeah, remember that when I was live with you guys and I was doing all those. That was so much fun because you guys were being original. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
And that is what draws people in.
Thank you.
Thank you.
But yeah, there is no. I mean, you could watch different podcasts and people try to be so and so and so and so, and this is what you know. It's like, you know what? Just be yourself.
Yep.
Just be.
Yeah.
You know what I mean?
Yeah.
I mean,
right.
yeah. In the beginning, I tried to present the show in a way where I want to announce the name of the show or where I'm at, this and that, just because of the fact that I owe it to the show and to the owners for allowing me to do this. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
But I'm not a radio DJ. You know what I mean? I'm
Yeah.
not.
Yeah.
I've met some of those people where they take their persona outside their radio, and it's like, don't. Just be yourself.
Right. That's not you.
If you're
Yeah.
not
Right.
having fun, your audience isn't having fun.
Right.
Right.
Yeah.
And that's what we realized, like, of course we didn't know if it would work or not.
Right. We were like, people are either going to love us or hate us, and there's no gray
I mean,
area.
You know, at this point, this is just like a very involved hobby for us. And
Right.
what is the point of doing it if you're not enjoying it?
Right.
You know?
If you don't love
Right.
it,
Right.
Yeah.
Right.
Yeah.
Yeah. And
if
that's
you don't like us, fuck you.
yeah.
Yeah. If you
No,
don't like,
don't fuck you. Please
See?
love us.
See?
Yeah.
If, I'm
Yeah.
so sorry. No offense. And I'm like, love me great. If you
It's,
don't,
it's, pro-
okay.
it's probably like she's probably saying to you, Kate, she's like, can you just stop?
I am.
And like in her head, she's like,
Exactly.
shut the fuck up.
Yeah.
When really, I'm not being mean. I'm just like, if you don't
You're-
like us,
You're
Fine.
being
No
original.
way.
You're being yourself.
I
and-
am.
yeah.
Okay.
Remember when I told you that there was no filter? I knew.
I am
I
the
knew
epitome
yeah.
of no filter.
I
I'm
knew
glad
that
there's no
ahead of
filter.
time. Yeah.
And I love you for it. Thank
yeah,
you.
Yeah.
But we do balance each other out.
We
I
do.
think.
Like, she's
Right.
like, sometimes if I'm like off the rails, she's
I'm like, she doesn't mean it.
she's like, but really?
No, I do. No.
But
no,
if
you
I'm
don't.
angry though, she'll give me that, like, she is the yin to my yang, because she'll give me like that balanced, but here's the other side of that. And I'll be like, oh, I was so far into my rage-induced like psychosis that I didn't think of that. You know, but other times I'm like, you're delusional, bitch. This is how it really is. Or I'll have to drag her into the dark side and be like, stop being so nice because this is the real issue.
One
Right,
time,
right.
One time I threw my back out and I was on steroids while we did an episode and like hopped up on like 6 prednisone a day. It was like ridiculous.
Holy
and
cow.
she was telling me this story.
We were doing an
episode. Raging out. I was so upset with the story. It was about a girl who married a goddamn
She wanted
chandelier.
to marry a chandelier.
She did marry a chandelier.
Yeah.
And
in England.
I was so
this
mad.
chick was crazy.
It was like we switched spots for a second.
She
I
went
was mad.
Fucking ham. She was like, if you say that word one more time, like she was fucking
It was called
angry.
What's the word for when they're in
objectum sexual?
Objectum sexual. I was like, if you say that one more fucking time, I swear to God, I'm off of this show.
And it was all
I don't
because she
know,
was
it
taking
wasn't me.
steroids for
Yeah.
her back pain.
So roid
Wow.
rage is real. It's real.
It was the greatest episode ever. One, I'm talking about some fucking wackadoodle over in the UK
Wackadoodle.
marrying a fucking chandelier.
After leaving her girlfriend, the Statue of Liberty.
Right. After a failed relationship with Libby.
What
Statue of
dimension did I
Liberty.
walk into? Holy crap.
Oh, I'll tell you if you really want
Her
to
name's
know.
Amanda
No.
Liberty.
Yeah.
Look it up.
She changed her surname to Liberty because of the Statue of Liberty. Okay?
Wow.
Her name's Amanda Leeds.
Liberty.
Amanda Liberty now.
Amanda leads Liberty.
Yeah, she lives in the UK. She wants to marry a chandelier that she named Lumiere, but Lumiere
It's
is
too big to sleep with.
Does she think it'll make her brighter or what?
too big to have coitus with.
So she has a smaller chandelier in bed with her.
But Lumiere is also like 100 years old and German.
And wears a ring.
But it's also
A
the
diamond
name
ring.
of the candlestick from Beauty and the Beast and is a dude.
Oh my god.
And she's pissed because like the UK will not give her permission to marry a chandelier, but she has like an entire like hallway in her house that is dedicated to her ex-girlfriend Libby, the Statue of Liberty, who she visited here in the United States seven times, but they couldn't make it work because of the distance. But she changed her last name to Liberty because
Wow.
of the Statue of Liberty.
Twat
Wow.
takeover done. Sorry
Yeah.
about that.
No,
There's no
that's
tabloid
fine.
that could make that
Never
up.
come back.
Oh yeah.
Yeah.
No tabloid could ever touch that.
He
Yeah.
did
I did. I
When
hated
I
every
told
second
her-
of that episode.
that Amanda Liberty was an objectum sexual. That word triggered the fuck out of this one. She was like, say it again and it's over. And I'm like,
All of a sudden, fire
I'm
comes
going
out of
to
her
say it
nose
5
and her
more
mouth.
times
And,
now.
yeah.
Okay, we're done taking over. Sorry.
No, that
Oh,
was
that's
fine.
great.
Yeah, it was.
I know you're welcome.
You like also fit that whole podcast episode into 5 minutes. That was amazing.
Yeah.
Wow. That's pretty talented. Golf clap.
I'll be back again next week for more.
Right?
I can't wait to get. I can't
That's
wait
all.
to get screen
It's like,
grabs.
that's all, folks. Yes, tip your waitress. No. Oh my gosh. So,
Yeah.
when's your next investigation going to be? Do you know?
Actually, we were just talking about that.
We don't even know. Last night we were trying to decide where we want to go, what we want to do.
Yeah, we might try and find a local place. We might go to the Red Mill in New Jersey. We haven't quite decided yet which one we're gonna do, but we're like itching to do something.
Yeah, we need to get in
Right.
somewhere to like
Right.
scratch that itch. You know what I mean?
Right,
That
right,
is the
right.
grossest thing ever. Also,
You can scratch my itch. Bitch.
I hate that thing. Scratch that itch.
Nice. Yeah. So we haven't really done too much as an investigation with the team, Wisconsin Paranormal Research, because I've been busy with this. But
God, Jay,
I know,
you'd be neglectful.
I know,
Yeah.
I'm slacking.
You're leaving your peeps, man.
Yeah.
Come to the East Coast. We'll all go do something.
Yeah.
That'd be awesome. Yeah.
Mhm.
Yeah.
Actually, I'm trying to get April to come here.
Oh,
When I talked to
welcome
her,
with her.
she said that she was,
I'll drive to
all
Wisconsin.
about it. Yeah. And, I had mentioned something on one of Ray's posts about that he was doing a promotion. And I said, I wish you guys lived here. And he says, you never know, we may, branch out or do whatever. And so I've mentioned it to her a couple times. And I've also mentioned it to the owner too, that, that would be something that I would want to do and that April would want to do. And the owner was like all for it. She's like, yeah, just let him, contact me. Let me know.
that's awesome.
Yeah, me,
so.
Katie, and April got matching shirts that we have not been able to wear together yet.
Oh yes,
go.
the three of us have matching shirts that make us look like whores.
Yeah,
And we are dying to wear them.
April
Just
picked
the
them out.
power of three blondes in the same investigation.
Three
God,
crazy
that's right.
drunken
It's got
blondes.
to raise spirits somehow.
Yeah,
Oh my God,
yeah.
we got to make that happen.
We have to make it happen.
Yeah.
Yeah,
Mhm.
that would be cool. So I mean, I don't know. I mean, I would like to talk to Ray and say, come out on, you can take a trip, come out here. This is happening.
They've done events in Texas, I think.
Yeah, they've done Texas and Pennsylvania and all sorts of stuff. So yeah.
Yeah, if you want to know where the town I live in, and look up Lake Geneva, Wisconsin, and you'll see all the pictures of everything that that is around here, and you'll be pretty amazed. I mean, it's got a lot of history. Actually, it's kind of funny too because I like to research history and I do ancestry stuff and all that.
Oh, I love that.
The Lake Geneva was named by a guy back in the 1800s by a guy who lived in the same village in New York, Seneca, New York, as my second great grandfather.
Really?
Yeah. So I have a
That's really
connection
cool.
to this lake. This lake is when I go down to this lake, I could just stand there and stare at it, and it's just energy for me. I mean, I don't know what it is, but it's just it's a nice
feeling.
Yeah, pretty much.
I love that.
Yeah.
What is your town name again?
Lake Geneva.
Lake Geneva,
Oh, okay.
named after Lake Geneva, Switzerland.
Oh.
Duh.
It's actually Geneva, Switzerland, but I don't know if that was the case, but it sounded nice.
Yeah.
It sounded like it could have a connection.
Yeah.
It
Yeah,
could
So,
make
yeah.
sense, maybe.
boy. A little bit soft.
So, while I have you guys on the show, do you have any questions for us?
Yeah.
Okay. So
Take it away, Mandie.
this is when she's like, I'm just gonna be quiet and I'm gonna all right.
Well, I give
Let
him
me
an
get my-
entire podcast
Let me get
rundown.
into my
so.
host zone again.
I'm just gonna chug my alcohol.
There you
How
go.
do you guys know each other, first of all?
I answered his ad on the internet.
Yeah. Facebook.
That's not
really?
fucking creepy.
It's not a dating site.
What's it?
Was it Craigslist?
No.
It's not as scary.
No. What was that? What site was that? Because you were part of Buzz Radio Network or something.
Yeah, it was the Paranormal Buzz Radio.
Yeah.
Which is where I had my other podcasts. And of course, like I say, my other co-host had to bow out, and so I'm like, do I keep doing a show by myself, or so I put out a thing on Paranormal Buzz. Hey, anybody wants to do a show?
Yeah. So it was on Facebook.
I just remember like randomly one day Jay's like, so I'm starting a podcast, and there was like thousands of dollars worth of shit just like all over his Facebook, and I'm like, must be nice.
Yeah.
We're like using our phones. We're like,
We're like, oh my
photos of
god,
us
how do
in.
we do this? Let's buy our $12 backdrop.
Yeah.
Hey, our backdrop's fucking cool, man.
No, it's fucking dope, but
Yeah, it's cool.
Jay's like dropping like grands of dollars, like all sorts of shit. He's like,
So-
I'm starting a podcast. I'm like, are you?
That is one thing that Paraflixx is now on Roku,
Yeah.
and I have in my living room a 70-inch TV.
Wow.
Right.
Okay.
So I'm like,
A Roku TV.
yeah. So I'm like, I'm going to see how we look.
Oh, this is
on
a
the
great
big
question.
screen.
Because I'll
And-
post this on YouTube tonight.
Yeah.
Okay.
So you can
Well,
see how
so So with our camera on the laptop and on the phones and the tablets, we look great.
Stunning.
On a 70-inch TV, I was like, oh my God, take it down.
We look
Take
like
it down.
shit.
So
What camera do you use?
that is the
Jay?
question. What camera do you use?
Because
I use
you
a
look
1080p.
great.
I use a 1080p.
1080p?
So do we.
2K.
Yeah.
What?
I'm just using my laptop camera, which is 1080p. So
Yeah, I use
We have a
1080p.
1080p camera too, but ours looks like ass.
But mine is a 2K camera.
And it's an actual camera. It's not a webcam like we're
It's a webcam.
It is?
Yeah.
it may be just a setting.
We're gonna have to use my 4K camera because
I don't know.
on like the TV, like when we go into like Paraflixx,
It's like
we look like
Oh my
amateur.
God.
shit.
Now we are amateurs. Like we've just been doing this for just over a year now. And
Less than
when I had Vodka and Ghost, we didn't do visual stuff. So yeah, that was eye-opening for sure.
yeah,
Oh, I bet.
she was like, "You have to see this," and we walk up to her gigantic TV.
Well, and you
She's
gotta-
like, "Look at this," and I was like, "Is that something?"
most people are looking at it on a phone or maybe a laptop. I mean,
That's
most
what we
people are
look
watching on
like.
phones,
Oh
so
my
it looks
God.
great then.
Yeah, on the smaller screens, it's
On a
great.
small screen, we look great.
So when you watch your interview on YouTube, we might look a little fuzzy in the bottom.
That's
I don't know
fine.
why. Do you look?
That's just
That's
because you're
fine.
drunk. That's why you're fuzzy.
No, we watched it sober.
Oh,
I don't know if
okay.
you're totally sober, but kind of.
It sobered me up. I'll tell you that much.
Cool.
no, usually when I watch it on YouTube or whatever, I have a friend at work that watches my show on her TV, her big, huge 70-inch TV at work or
And it's
at
clear?
home, and she said that it looks great.
Yeah.
Yeah.
See, I think there's probably settings to the camera that we have that we
Yeah.
don't. We
The
just
other
like plug
thing
and
is
play.
if
Like I
you're
don't know.
in
Yeah,
it-
ours is a plug and play camera. We're like,
Because that could be it. Your internet might not be fast enough, and so
Yep.
the
Yep.
StreamYard is turning the resolution down. So it
Mhm.
might not even be your camera. It's just how fast your internet outgoing is.
I am hardwired into the phone here. That's
Yeah,
how
and
I
I'm
get
on
the
pretty
internet.
fast internet where I'm at. So,
Yeah.
so it
If
might
you
be-
ever hardwire,
internet.
Probably is.
yeah, hardwire your system, like just plug it in the back of a phone. If you if you have a house phone.
No.
Oh.
just
If you
plug it
could-
right
Look
into
at him.
your
He's
router.
like, oh.
I mean, I'm an IT
Oh,
guy.
you're
You know what?
Yeah.
I will make you a deal. Next time that we come on with you, we're gonna do it from one of the hotels in the area.
We should see if
There
we
you
could
go.
do it from the old jail.
Ooh, so the old
yeah.
Warrington jail
There you
is
go.
really
We
fun.
can put your
The
girl
old
behind
jail
bars.
in town is super freaking haunted, and we've both had experiences there.
Right.
I wonder if they would let us record from there.
That might be the new trend that I guess I'm starting.
No, you
You're
literally
doing it
have our
live.
like wheels turning.
Yeah.
You're doing it live though, like
We're not gonna do it
stealing that
live.
part.
Why? Why would you
It's
not?
more fun.
Why
Because-
would we?
So that's why we were so nervous to come on your show because we don't usually do live stuff
No
because
pressure.
we say
we can't-
stupid
we
things
can't
and then we can't edit them.
No, live is the best. That's when you get
Yeah.
all the original
Yeah.
content.
Spontaneity.
Yeah.
That's when I can't erase what I said.
Oh, come on now.
That makes it
You
more
guys,
fun.
you guys,
For
you guys
who?
are good.
For
yeah.
me.
For you,
You
yeah.
guys are good.
Yeah.
For
Yeah.
me.
For your audience. It's
Yeah.
all about the fun factor.
Right.
That's when everyone's like, "Did you see what this crazy bitch on the internet said?" And then it goes viral, and I'm like,
Yeah,
no.
and then we get like 10 times as many views. So
Right.
"You do? I don't want that.
hey,
I want my edited stuff to go viral."
no.
Maybe they're right. Maybe that wouldn't.
Oh,
Right. But I mean, that's the whole thing. I mean, but the premise is, I mean, if you guys, let's say you set up in a haunted jail or whatever like that, I mean, you can make it, let's say you do like one show or two shows a month that showcase just that. You know what I mean? That you
Mhm.
have, and that you have like a guest medium or somebody on the show that can help you to say, okay, you know
yeah.
what I
my
mean?
So you're gonna come to Virginia and be our guest medium, is what you're saying.
No, I'm saying I could do it
And then
remotely.
Shane, you can come run all the science
Yeah.
stuff.
and I can
Yeah.
He can run the equipment that we don't
You
know
can
how
run
to
all
do.
the equipment that we're too
Sure.
stupid to understand.
No.
You can do it.
Just
He's
keep
really
Jay,
gross.
you and me are the same.
and
Yeah.
I'm in a league of my own.
She says something, and I'm like, no.
No.
She's just kidding. I'm like, fuck all of y'all.
Oh my gosh, you would so get along with my wife. Oh,
I can't wait to meet her.
Oh yeah,
yeah,
we're coming.
I can't wait to meet her.
yeah,
We're gonna be besties. You're gonna be
Yeah.
like, fuck.
yeah.
that-
No shit.
Yeah, what did I do?
What do we
do?
We created a monster.
All right. So yeah, so you guys need to do that. That would be cool. Set it up for even or even have it a couple times a year, or just have it.
Yeah.
You know
That's
what I
a
mean?
great
Where you
idea.
just set it up, or you could just have, like do like a live video feed of like somebody walking around the jail while you're doing your podcast, and
Mhm.
showcase it on your show.
That's a great idea. I love
Yeah.
that.
You showcase it on your show live. That way, people can have this long list of people talking about this is what I see, this is what I see.
That's
know,
perfect.
Yeah. So
Dude,
Oh, we're doing it.
Yeah.
I love it.
Done.
I love it.
yeah,
Consider it done. Thank you
Sure.
so much for that.
yeah. Thanks for taking my idea. Just kidding.
Thanks for giving it
How
to us,
about-
asshole.
How about we'll be the Virginia ones? You can be the Michigan one.
Wisconsin.
Wisconsin one.
Well, because Shane's in Michigan and I'm in Wisconsin.
Oh, okay.
I'm
I didn't
pretty
even
sure-
catch that you were in Michigan.
Yeah, I live
I'm
in
pretty
sure I
down
heard
in
Michigan.
Michigan. How about that for a name?
Oh,
Okay. Well, you guys do that, and we'll do Virginia.
All right.
So we won't be stealing any of your spots.
You'll be
Yeah.
Virginia.
We're way over here, okay?
Yeah, yeah.
Way over there,
You guys could be like the Midwest.
right?
We're the East.
We'll be the East Coast.
East Coast. Yeah.
No, I've never investigated a jail. I'd like to. I know we have quite a few old ones here, but
So this jail is like as big as like the room we're in,
Right.
but it is creepy.
Mhm.
really,
Oh yeah, it's old as hell. It's so creepy. Like I've been there probably 4 or 5 times, and every single time it's like every hair on your body stands up, and you're like, like it's creepy.
now it's what is it?
It's like
a
Civil
museum?
War jail.
Is it a museum or is it like a?
Right
like
now, yeah, it's a museum.
Okay,
Yeah,
But they
You-
rent it out.
Like
Like
here that has one too. Has a jail in it.
cool.
Like 2 cells.
Yeah.
Yeah.
See, I love
Yeah.
stuff like that. It's so
Mhm.
cool. That's
Yeah.
what this is like. It has like 4 cells, and
But
there was
the
like a
whole
main
place-
block.
yeah, the whole place is a jail, though.
Yeah,
Yeah.
Yeah.
it's really.
I would
cool.
love
Like,
to. I would love to come to Virginia and do a tour with you guys. I mean, that
Well,
would
please
just be,
let
you
us
and
know,
Tina
'cause that is
come
our
out
favorite
here
thing.
because we would love to show you
And
around.
Shane.
Yes, and Shane,
Yeah.
come out here.
oh yeah, that would be so
Yeah, because
awesome.
Even if you went, so you're coming from the west. Even if we met you somewhere like in the middle, like towards Western Virginia, something.
Yeah,
There's tons of places.
there's like a
Right,
million
right.
places out here.
Right.
We would love to show you around. There's
So you guys are like
anywhere
17
out
hours
there.
from me. So
yeah, we're
10?
we're just outside DC.
17 hours. Oh yeah, you're like 18 hours from me.
17.
Yeah.
Yeah,
You're about
Whoa.
16 from me. 17.
Yeah.
So an airplane's probably best.
maybe
Yeah.
you're driving halfway is
Hey,
too much.
and I
We're like a
just
3-hour flight.
I just got my new driver's license with the star on the end, so now I can
Me
go.
too.
All right, so we'll
Me
pick you up at
too.
the airport.
Yeah, we'll just pick you up in Dulles. You'll be good.
Right. Yeah, that would be fun. Yeah, it would
No,
be.
but if you
it'd
do
be
come to
great
Virginia,
time.
please let us
Yeah,
know.
let us know. We'll take you to all these awesome places.
Yeah,
Sweet.
yeah, I
Yeah.
would love to.
It'd
That'd be
so much
awesome.
fun. It'd be
Ray's
so
in
much-
Virginia too.
Yeah, Ray's here in Virginia as well.
Mhm.
He's
Cool.
down near Williamsburg. So,
Oh, okay.
mhm.
Yeah. That's
Yeah.
awesome.
Yep.
Yeah, I'm all about it. I mean, you guys got to come out here though.
Oh, definitely.
No, yeah.
Definitely.
We're trying to
Yeah,
figure out
yeah.
our flight path of the year.
Oh, yeah. We have all these different places. We're like, we're going to travel. We're going to go here. We're going to go here. We're going to go here. We're going to go here.
And then we're like, okay, we can only pick like 2, so.
right.
Yeah, look up Lake Geneva. You'll be surprised. There's a lot
Yeah.
of great things. In Wisconsin and Michigan have great places to investigate and even just to visit.
How far is Lake Geneva from Northern Illinois?
We're right on the border. I'm like an hour from Chicago,
We have
hour
a place
north.
to stay.
Well, who's?
My cousin.
Maybe a
My
hotel.
cousin lives in Northern Illinois.
Okay,
This
where in Northern Illinois?
I don't know.
The northern part.
He gets his doctorate at the University of Northern Illinois.
Okay.
So I know he lives like around there somewhere.
Okay.
In the northern Illinois vicinity.
Somewhere near the school.
Okay.
But he's getting his doctorate there, so.
Okay, so we are, Lake Geneva is probably maybe about 10 miles from the border of Illinois.
Cool.
Yeah, so I mean, where I live, I could probably walk to the border in a half hour.
Oh
wow.
That's awesome.
Yeah.
Very cool.
So technically we're 55 minutes away from Chicago, from downtown.
Very cool. Very cool.
Yeah. Not really.
Well, no, I was just being very nice.
Yeah.
Very nice. Very nice.
Very nice.
Well, here's what we're going to do. When we get off of this call, we are... Okay, we lost you for a second.
Oh, yeah.
When we get off this call, we're going to... Are you frozen again?
No, they're just looking at us.
Oh, wow. You guys really... No.
Mandie's drunk.
No, I'm not. They were still a fuck.
I'm drunk.
Anyway, when we get off this call, we're going to call April, and we're gonna
set something up.
Set up something.
Yeah.
We're gonna call her and be like, "Bitch, we're going west."
Yep. Yeah, and then Shane will come here because he's only an hour, 2 hours from me.
It's
not
3.
even.
We'll make a whole trip of it.
Almost 3. Yeah.
Almost 3, but it's not bad.
No.
It's an afternoon drive.
Yeah.
There you go.
3 isn't too bad. Yeah.
3's nothing.
Yeah.
I'd be like, 3 hours.
It's in Chicago.
Yeah.
There's a city I don't want to see.
Yeah.
Right. Yeah. No, thank you.
No offense to Chicagoans, I just don't give a fuck.
Do you know how many podcast episodes she's like, no offense to Alabama,
no offense to Texas, fuck you, Florida, no offense, full offense, like
constantly I'm like, oh my god.
She's like, no offense, and I'm like, fuck you.
I'm like, actually,
I love you.
Florida's my favorite. Don't listen to her.
No.
But yeah, so no, we should totally,
we should.
exciting.
We're gonna call April and we're gonna be like, we're going west.
Do it.
And then she's gonna say, "Have you guys been drinking?"
She
She
knows.
already knows.
Yeah, right.
She
Doesn't
already
have
knows.
to act. She knows.
Listen, when we have an investigation plan with April, she is sending us the list of alcohol that we need to buy.
Really?
She gave me her credit card and was like, "Can you go to the liquor store?" We're like, "Yeah."
Prosecco,
pineapple juice.
You're like, bank. They got a credit card.
We love her.
She's like, if I leave right now, everyone's going to want to come talk to me, and I'm not ready for that. Here's my credit card. Can you guys just go to the liquor store real quick? We're like, yeah.
Okay.
Nice.
She's like, I don't want to be bombarded. I'm like, I got you.
We'll have a good time.
So then after the investigation's over, we party.
Nice.
Excellent.
That's our girl. We love her.
That's cool. Yeah, she's fantastic.
She's the best. We fucking love her.
Yeah. That's awesome.
Yeah. So we'll make a plan, and we're gonna come to Lake Geneva, and we're gonna check it out.
All right.
Yeah, you
I'll
better.
be there.
Mm-hmm.
You let me know.
Thank you so much for asking
I
us to come
know.
on.
This has been
fun.
so much fun.
I know.
I'm so appreciative. Like,
No,
we love this.
it is I and Shane. I think we are really appreciative. Yeah, very. It's been fantastic fun. A lot of laughs, a lot of great information, great ideas.
Yeah.
Yes, thank you.
You know, so I mean, things you didn't know about me. You know, so.
That your wife is cooler than you?
Yeah.
Yeah. And if he's a criminal, he'd be a small, medium, at large.
Right. Yeah.
Your wife is going to become an honorary twat.
I know. I feel like we need to pass a baton
Tell her
to
that
her.
we mean it in the nicest way
the
possible.
best way
Yeah.
possible.
Yeah.
Oh yeah. I'm sure she'll fit right in.
She's gonna be twat number 3.
Yeah. Right. All right, girls. Well, thank
He's
you
like,
again for having for being us on for us being on your. Geez, you got me all messed up.
You know, if you
How am I gonna edit that out?
Who's been drinking now, Jay?
Not I.
maybe you
Thank
should.
you.
That's the problem.
We're
Yeah,
a lot. We're
yeah,
a lot
right.
to take.
I know. We love
get
you.
it.
Yeah. Thank you for coming on the show. I appreciate it very much.
Thank you both
So-
very much.
Yeah.
We love you.
Thank you.
Yeah. We'll have you back.
Super great.
Can't wait.
Thank you.
Thank you.
Yeah.
We'll see you later.
Bye.
Bye.